Hello, this is going to be a Z reading. We tried to do you Millennials together, but we had some Millennial present that, and we know it was a Millennial, pardon us, present and let us know that they're about to reverse the Six of Cups. So we want to see if we can just hone in on the Z generation. We do these not expecting much because these were asked, our boys asked us to, like, where's their reading? Even though we tried to explain to them, look, Gen X holds its very own unique energetic signal simply because we know how to hold the bridge for everybody. We know our parents are offensive. Yeah. And they raised us, well, actually they didn't raise us, we raised us. We're being honest, we raised us. That's why we're all very feral and, had to, like, as we're waking up, we know we're all doing the mental health thing, and we want to help others in our generation with that because we have to hold the bridge between very, very, very oppositional, we'll just say energetic signals. You youngins are ascending fast, not with always the right tools. The old ones just didn't want to ascend. They just don't. I mean, that's, but we're the gen in the middle. We're the smallest, and we are the ones that tend to just quietly hold it together for everybody, and just tend to love everybody. And understand that everybody just holds their own signature, which is what makes us unique. So, long story short, my Z kids are like, where's our reading? So, we figured we'll ask Spirit. We got manga cards because we know that that's what our kids love. Oh gosh, babe, it's lightning out.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. So we're doing a full moon reading for you guys, and here in where we're at in Kansas, it is full on lightning. So yeah, we're gonna get it for you kids. All right.
There we go.
Okie doke.
Yep. I thought I was seeing flashes.
Yeah. Oh, oof. That's big. That's a big one coming in.
Yeah.
So, all right. I guess you kids is meaning the business. All right. So Rob will go ahead and pull a 5. And we'll see what you Zs. We're asking Spirit for Z energy to see what you kids are up to. And again, we ain't doing it because, we think we're cool enough to hang with you kids or anything. I mean, we have our own way.
Uh-oh.
They're fighting too.
Fight? Upset?
No,
they were right.
Five wands. All right. Yeah, the Millennials were fighting something as well.
What the hell, man? Everybody's
You
fighting.
know what? It's the full moon.
So we got the 5. We do the 5 of 5.
Gotta do the 5s, man. Y'all
5 for fighting.
Yes.
5 for fighting.
5 for fighting. Okay, he's gonna pull you a major arcana to see what your overarching energy is. I was about to say enemy because you're the second of your youngins to
Love your enemies. Divide and conquer.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes. That's in a Predator movie.
Yeah, it is. It's a Predator versus Alien.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that?
I do.
Oh,
I
baby.
still got that shit, babe. Come on. I don't even need to read his horror book to remember that. Alright, come on, Zeds. Talk to us. Talk to us, Goose.
Get in the chopper.
Yep. Alright, and while he's doing that, we're all excited because we actually finally got our Kipperish deck in. Now, we've been telling all the Gen Xers out there that we were going to get this, and so we've started on their full moon energy stuff. Their full moon. I can't even tell.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that what we sound like to you kids?
Yeah.
All they hear is that, That's all right, kids. We get it.
Yep, I understand. Okay, here we go.
Woo!
Here we go.
I'm really ready to talk to these kids, man.
I'm ready.
Throwing it at me. Here's a whole storyline for them. aren't y'all just no? Yeah, because the last millennial was 96. Yeah, some of them is old enough to be married and kids.
Yeah.
All right, your lovers is in the reverse.
Lovers.
All right. Jeez.
All right.
You know what our kids ask and you shall receive, really? And we got massive thunder going on out here. What are you kids pulling in? All right, Spirit, tell us about these Zeds with the lovers in reverse. Oh, fighting. What they don't see? They don't see something here.
Was the
And
lovers
it's upside
in?
down. The chariot. Stop. The chariot's upside down. That means you ain't going anywhere. Spirit's telling you stop.
Fear of commitment.
Ugh.
Yeah. Need to take
You got
responsibility.
the hanged man. You're being literally paused. What the heck is this? That one tried to pop right there.
Yep.
You're being told you've got an actual soulmate connection. You're being stopped here. What the hell? My God. This is crazy. You might want to check out a millennial reading. By any chance, are you a Z married to a millennial? The Hierophant. Whoever this is we're talking to. The Hierophant. You want to tell them about the Hierophant? I mean, this is an intuitive person, and they're being told to stop. Their lovers are in reverse.
Mm-hmm. The Hierophant.
But they've got their Six of Cups and their Hierophant to the upright. They're being told to pause. Stop. Whatever you're trying to do to put that lover in reverse and all that fighting you're doing, Spirit's saying stop. Oof. Okay. I just want to re-ask if there's any more. Spirit, can you tell us about the Hanged Man? Actually, I want to find out about the Hanged Man. What is your advice? I think they're just being told straight up, straight out, stop. Justice, yep. Ugh. Justice and Seven of Pentacles in the upright. You're about to put, I think that this might be the second half of the millennial. So we've got one millennial that's saying, no, F this, I'm on the way out the door. The Z part of this doesn't want it, and Spirit is actually putting a pause for this one. This is so interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, yep, you probably want to do cross-watching on the millennial read. We're going to go ahead and do Kipperish for you. Wow. This is interesting.
It just kind of blocked everything.
You
like
did?
It's clouded.
Like
Seems like it's clouded. You know. Oh.
Celtic, positive optimism. Can you pull in the Celtic card?
Yeah. What did I do with them? What did I do with them? Oh, right here.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah, pull
There
in
we go.
another Celtic.
Okay. Mix this up. Alright. Alright.
See what they got. Here, I'll say a little bit more on this.
Alright.
Oh. All right. So one of you wants to leave, the other of you doesn't. So on the Celtic card, if this were a traditional Rider-Waite card, the lovers would be chained to this devil and not realizing that they have the solutions, they have the keys, they have the ability to get themselves out of this. So one of you wants it, one of you doesn't. One of you is a little younger, the younger one doesn't want what the millennial wants. I would imagine that if you have your own key, then you need to really and truly look at this. What is that? That's fighting. That's bashing. That's putting each other down. That's, yeah. That's not so. Yeah. That's so interesting. One wants it, one doesn't.
Well, it's supposed to be positive optimism, so.
Yeah, but well, that is actually in a way because that's telling them they have their own key. So one of you's in love still.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
One of you expects. You have expectations. Okay. That might be different than the other. Oh, I'm gonna just throw.
Whoa.
The thoughts. The millennial drew the thoughts too. So, I'm taking this as an overriding look. What are you thinking about what you say before you put a thing out there? Because that really can be very key to if we turn things around and if we're pulling ourselves out of, we remember that the devil is also bad habits. Are we fighting? Are we saying things over and over again that are reversing those levers even if we don't want to and even if we don't need to? It's habit. What else?
Oh, look at that. Whoa.
Yeah. Got some these two have some explosive energy. They also pulled the karma card.
Wow.
So the millennial pulled a karmic card. You are pulling a karma card. So karmic, of course, means that could be somebody, even if it's like a soulmate connection. If you're a karma, you're probably not meant for that other person, but you are carrying karma. Meaning, what you say, what you put out there, what you do to other people has a consequence, has a cost, comes right back around to you. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to be a parent. I swear I'm trying not to be a parent. I try not to be a parent to the millennial that got that read as well. So, nothing else on this. We've got two, and then we've got one more Cooper's deck. A little bit of one. See if there's anything else here. These two want to come. Okay. Oh, this is actually very helpful. So you're messaging to your significant other makes a difference. Spirit is telling you, see these chakras? That is tantamount to you need to reset your system. Go within, look at those habits, reset them. Some people do it through meditation, other people do it through the music, taking nice walks in nature, thinking about what we're putting out to our significant other before we put it out there. And that's a habit that a lot of us have to work on. Matt and Rob and I do the twin thing, and when we get in moon energy, we have to go backwards and say, whoa, what are we doing here? Okay? But you do, if Rob and I were doing that on a daily, we wouldn't have a marriage existing anymore. Okay? So understand the energy and the chakras. Anything else? No. Learn to be unbothered, I guess, when you go for a walk, but it's really all about calming that nervous system down and thinking about what you say before you say something in anger, I think is the advice that they're getting here. So to me, I am definitely reading a connection between this Zed, who's probably the younger of the marriage here, and then the millennial. You're probably going to want to check out the millennial read as well, full moon read. And also, as Rob and I just said, the full moon, anytime we get to the full moon every single month, and we are in our 50s and doing the twinning thing, it's so difficult to remember how much the moon impacts us. It impacts us hard. And that still happens for us, even in our 50s. And so we have to remember, how are we going to get to those higher thoughts? Keep that energy high. So, and it's difficult to do. And when we're younger, we still haven't learned that tool yet, right? And so we're still trying to practice with that. And what does that look like when we're in a relationship? So, no judgment here, I promise. If you hear something, oh God, you see this?
Yeah.
My goodness. If you hear something that sounds judgy on our part, it's probably just our parental thing going, I just want to you know, give them all the advice in the world, but we're trying to just let Spirit give you the advice, truly. And we understand. We do. We really do understand. You know, Rob and I have been the leavers. Rob and I have been the ones left. By now we've had so many different cycles when you're our age that you just kind of understand when one is holding. If you were talking about twin energy, which we didn't pull, we would say one would be the chaser, one would be the runner. So, that's interesting. All right, what are you pulling for these oracles? Oh, the dead inside. You got the dead inside. Well, you know what? The millennial spouse got the horror oracle, so. Oh, you mix these up, baby.
Yes, I
am.
am.
What you feel. I mean, Rob just goes with what he feels, which I love about Rob. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's see here.
Let's see.
It's too much. Overstimulation, panic, mental overload, bleep, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to start thinking about how to hang on to somebody? Put that technology down, number one. You're overstimulated, you're overloaded, and you may just be, you know, that stuff for the youngins really leads to a crap ton of fights, I think.
Yeah.
I know it does for some in our age bracket too, but this is like, you know, if you want to have a relationship truly in the physical, in the 3D, you got to put the technology down. So that could be highly contributing to what's going on for y'all.
Yeah.
All right, babe, do you want to pull some numbers? See if whoever this Zed is recognizes?
All right.
And I'm going to label this the counterpart unless we pull more millennial numbers and we'll be like, oh, geez.
Zed Nation.
I guess Zed just doesn't want to talk to us tonight.
Zed Nation.
But we asked for the Zed. You know, I just think that whoever this is the
Spirit
younger.
will catch up with you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Spirit will catch up with you. Why not?
All right, so we've got a 6, a 70, a 10, a 1, 3, 4, an 8, a 5, and a 4. So, yeah. None of those are really connecting in my mind, so...
It might be connect somebody
that you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we're sorry if this is who Stacy is thinking about. I called you Rob again. I'm really trying so hard to relearn his given name at birth, which is Stacy, so...
We're going to give you some charms.
Yeah, let's see if you connect it.
Trinkets.
Some charms. Trinky charms.
Tricky charms.
Trinky charms. All right. We've got the honeybee in reverse. So... Sure, it's on with one of your kids, not mine. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, because honeybee is actually mine. And then we've also got a turtle. We got somebody heavy water sign because we also have, literally the millennials were getting heavy water signs too. So you've got the octopus and you've got a turtle. So you've got a heavy water sign. One of the two, or you both have heavy water signs, or you're in your water sign cup. Your sun is in reverse. The sun is usually the easiest thing to get a hold of. So if your sun is in reverse, there's definitely some things that need to be worked on in order for this to work out. And there's this thing again. It's not really leaves. It's branch. It's a tree branch with leaves, but it was also in the upside down position. So to me, I think that's something that's gonna be, you know how like tree branches break off? So.
Well, I mean, like with the turtle, we pulled the turtle, that represents a lot in our Native American, and it means to slow down, or it means Turtle Island.
Yeah. If it's
the significance of the shells too.
Yeah, like they're tough, and knowing you're tough. Yeah. I was gonna say, and to me it seems like Stacy is trying to allude to, you know, maybe he's got an idea of who the coupling here, the complementary, that's not really in complement at the moment. So if it's not on my downline and mine is honeybee, it's probably just confirmation. But if you think about what a honeybee does, they pollinate and they're part of a colony. And if it's in the upside down and reverse,
Right.
we're not creating honey, we're not creating sweetness, we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing somewhere on that line, I think. So that's
Be a worker bee.
Yeah, or it could be a worker bee. Maybe we're working too much. We got told to put this down. That we can get into habits sometimes, right? We did get the devil card. The devil card also speaks to habits. If we're working all the time and then we come home to a significant other and the first thing we do is beep, 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 and we're not doing the work,
Yep.
that could be very difficult. So we wish whoever the millennial, and we're gonna call this a Z reading because we didn't get a more definitive number that said this is definitively a millennial like we did the first read. We think you're the younger of the two.
Yeah, I think that we stepped into like unknown territory, which is good because this is actually really different for us because
interesting.
The flow is different.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not negative or anything. It's very, very learning. What I'm learning right now.
Yeah, I think so.
What I'm taking in, and so I mean, welcome, Zeds.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Your flow and your readings, you're so direct, you're so matter of fact. Whereas I think when we're in a Gen X read and we're trying to focus on Gen X read, sometimes we have to pull more cards than what we do, even for you guys, because you guys seem to be like, this is who I am, this is where I'm going, and boom, and I know it, and I know that's a karmic, or I know that's my soulmate. You guys are just, your flow is very different, which I guess that's how we know we're definitely talking to these youngins.
They're wired different than wired different than we are, so that's cool.
And we love
that's
that.
Cool.
We love
like
that. That's cool, and it's awesome, and we love that. We love you guys. We wish you all well. We hope that is helpful. Just advice. Again, the advice, we're trying to make sure it's coming from spirit instead of us. We have that parental thing that we're like, and we'll tell you, we're trying to,
pull
bring it back. Trying to pull us back and just let you see what spirit has to say to you. We love you all. We wish you very, very, very best, okay?
Peace out.